Okay, what about down here?
No stopping now.
Okay, V-Wolf. All good, man. Perfect, actually. I like it. So yeah, give me help whenever, but don't give me story spoilers or even spoilers of like puzzles and stuff. But other than that, anything's welcome. So if there's like I don't care about the rest, but anything that has to do with the story and or puzzle, let me try and figure it out myself first. But other than that, yeah, everything's open. Yeah. Right. So now we kind of have to go back here. I'm curious to know what's here, though. We do have the ring, so we could turn in the quest a ring, get the people. In fact, let's do that. No. Oh, old oak. Definitely interesting. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, then I won't go there yet. What have we encountered now? Shit.
To victory!
Bunch of bandits and then illusionists. Can we even? No, I can't.
We can do it!
Go here,
Let us
go
strike
here.
as one.
Repent.
Tear them apart!
Serves you right.
Well, Rip Lindsay.
Miserable. Last chapter.
Can it be the end? This won't kill me.
How is she still alive? I don't know. This is so bugged out. It's beyond
deserved
belief
it.
how bugged out this is.
Survive. I always survive.
Could be worse.
Any last
And will
wishes?
be. Definitely will be. At last.
She's fighting with -5 HP.
I can't keep this up much longer. Avenge me.
What a miserable last chapter.
Yeah, she's a witch or something weird's going on, man. This is so weird. Ah, dude. Ambushes are hard. Most of the time when I die in the game, it's due to an ambush. It's not even...
We can do it! Let us strike as one!
This is so dumb. Okay, Lindsay, run. Why do you walk? Were they charging? Well, never mind then. I do have a death counter, yeah.
A miserable last chapter.
How are you missing all the time? Also, you don't have a portrait anymore.
I won't give up!
This is fun.
Can it be the end? I go down!
Serves you right. You deserved it.
This is so bugged right now, man. He's flat-footed right now, and even then, I can't hit him. Finally. Color spray.
Any last wishes?
Strike with all your might!
Lost.
Shit. Oh yeah. Bro.
Kill me! I'll survive. I always survive.
A miserable last chapter.
We almost had it. We almost had it. Also, there's a weird bug going on with my group down there. It's not supposed to happen that way. I don't know what's up with that, but that's messed up.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh yeah, so close.
Tear them apart! They go down!
Repent.
Let us strike as
We
one!
can do it!
Serves you
Look at that
right.
dude. Oh no, man. That is not too much info at all. I'm very, very happy that you're helping, and yeah, no worries whatsoever, bro.
I won't give up. Can it be the end? Avenge me. I'm wounded.
This is all kinds of weird, man. It's a weird fight. This is a super odd fight. He killed Valerie. But like, killed her. Like, gone. Wow. Yeah, we're reloading this. Although we're getting the strategy down. This is the way to do it. We have to leave the group and then make him navigate around the caster. This is the way to do it. I reloaded last save, like I did the other 2 times. What? Oh, got it. I revised. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn it. Hopefully this is going to be the same fight. Hopefully. Gotcha. This is not the same fight at all. Now this is a completely different fight. There's probably enemies here as well. I hope not, because 4 is already plenty. Plus you have a cleric.
Let us strike as one. Tear them apart.
How is she missing? Wait. Okay.
I can't keep this up much longer.
What?
Look at me, Gorum!
Okay.
Repent.
I require healing.
It is. Well, we survived that fight fairly easily, considering. Although now she's fatigued, but... See, this is so weird. This fight was so much easier than the other one. I'm sad though, because I know we would have been able to do the other one. We could have done it. I'm sure. Oh well. That makes me sad. That was definitely not my plan. Like, I didn't do that to fudge the game and just be like, oh no, I'm gonna skip it or whatever. I really wanted to do that fight. Man, I know. Playing this makes me want to play pen and paper. One of these days, I'll DM my own game.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
One of these days. Yeah, well... Ah, there we go. With a delighted smile, Octavia inhales the smell coming from the Oleg's trading post. Fresh bread! I can't believe it. All this time that we sat in cages and crawled in the mud, there were places in the world where they were baking fresh bread. And here we are. I bet they have clean sheets, and maybe we can even take a bath. Haha, a girl can dream. Get some rest, you deserve it. You can be sure of that. I've got years of rest to catch up on, and I'll be stuffing my face until I turn into a ball. You do so much for us. Is it all because you're kind? Or maybe the elf smiles flirtatiously. Maybe it's because you've been charmed by my beauty. Exactly. I would have never found it technically incumbent if your beauty hadn't beckoned me. Octavia laughs out loud for a moment. Something more than just friendliness flashes across her eyes. Oh, you're so sweet. Alright, enough talk. Fresh bread and clean sheets await. Okay, so at least this character remains flirtatious. Even when... even if I'm female. Whereas the... whereas Valerie is like clearly tells us, oh no, I don't want anything to do with a female. Listen, there's... Well, since you dispatched the bandits with such skill, maybe you can help with another problem. There's a feral swine living here in the woods, not a normal wild pig. We're talking about a vicious boar, as big as a bear and wicked as a devil. The locals call him Tusk Gutter. Many hunters have lost life and limb to him. Vekel Benzen found his lair and went to kill the beast, but came back with one leg. He put a bounty on the boar's head, but it looks like there aren't any heroes around here bold enough to claim it. Maybe you will rid us of this monster. Mayhaps. Emery livens up. Hey, we're better than the local wussies, right? Want to bet I can chop off this Tusk Gutter's snout with a single swing? Come on, let's find out. Alright, let's go kill this Tusk Gutter. Emery gives you a wide grin and slap your shoulder. Right! That's the way I like it. Let's do it. Of course we'll do it. It's a quest.
No stopping now.
Okay, first thing first. Wares. Thank you. Now we're going to sell a bunch of stuff in there. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Also, I just noticed that, yeah, we picked up a book and I forgot to read it earlier. There we go. Nuan Kant peeped through his slit in the window shutter. The visitor was staggering at the porch. Nuan had promised himself many centuries ago that he'd never have to deal with halflings again. After the case of the clockwork head, even the bleaching is better than some adventures. However, there was something disturbing in the visitor's appearance. Something was wrong. What do you say, Gexy? His assistant sat at the next window with yarn and knitting needles in her hands. Look at his clothes. They're second-hand. He's a hobo. He is, but you're not quite right. Look at his feet. Gexy looked, trying to make out at least something in faint light of the lantern above the door. Are those... He was shackled. Rather than answering, the gnome stepped toward the door. We shall need a doctor. As if to prove his words, the guest faltered and collapsed onto the knees and fell headfirst into the doorstep. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I am back Monday. I'll be streaming Friday during the day, though. Friday, like pretty much all day I'll be streaming. No stream in the evening. And I'll be streaming after that only on Monday. But Monday, again, it's going to be a full day of streaming. It was a fictional book and a fictional game, yeah. Yeah, I love reading that stuff, guys. My apologies if it's not the kind of playthrough you're looking for. Then I'm sorry, but I read all the lore. That's one of the things that I freaking love about games like this is the time that the writer took to write the background characters and all that stuff. We're gonna talk to Harim because we never talked to him in here before. Harim pulls his beard, muttering something that could be either prayers or curses. Upon noticing you, he winces. Eh? What? Oh, it's you, Shino. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. Oh no, that doesn't matter. I was just contemplating the futility of existence and the worthlessness of the universe. The ways of Grotus are great. My humble mortal mind cannot fully grasp them, but I do what I can. Harim smiles apologetically. Tell me about your past. My life is divided into two parts. The first was filled with blind wandering, doubts, and attempts to serve Torag. The second part began when I accepted Grotus into my soul and received a clear vision of the world. What exactly would you like to know? Torag is the... Torag, also known as the Father of Creation, is the stoic and serious dwarven god of the forge, protection and strategy who values honor, planning, and well-made steel. He's often distant deity, lending magical powers to his clerics, but leaving his followers to make their own way through life, knowing that this will make them strong and determined. Where are you from? My life story began in Larad, a city of dwarven clerics and acolytes. They served Torag and the other dwarven gods, Torag's brother, Engrad and Magrim, Torag's wife, Folgrit, his daughter, Bolka, his sons, Grundenar, Coles, and Trod, and also Torag's sister, Drengvit. Arim curves his lips in contempt. I wouldn't be surprised if they built a temple to Torag's pet dog. Sorry, I let myself get carried away. Arim sighs and pulled his beard several times. Larad is the second largest dwarven city in the Five Kings Mountains. The Five King Mountains are tall and imposing peak, rich with ore and ironblood mushroom. Heavily populated by dwarves, they are the largest center of dwarven culture and on or beneath Golarion. Eyehelm, the largest dwarven city on Golarion, is located under one of its peaks. Okay. It's built around numerous temple caverns which serves as places of worship for all the dwarven gods. Many pilgrims from every corner of Golarion come to Larad to pray to their gods. Some remain to live there. The city is simply imbued with faith. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cleric. It's no surprise, inspired by the horror of the city, that I decided as a young boy to dedicate all my efforts to becoming a cleric of Torag. You once tried to serve Torag? Not just tried, it was a burning passion. I craved it by day and dreamed of it at night. Arim shakes his head as if amazed by his own stupidity. You see, from my first days, I felt the presence of the god at my back. I heard his whispers and felt his power, though the nature of this power was unclear to me. I thought Torag himself was trying to speak to me, and I did all I could to understand his words. Oh, what a naive fool I was. I had no idea that Torag, that uncompromising, conceited god, glamorized by all the dwarves, was capable of betrayal. He turned away from me, Shino. He left me in the hour when I put all my hopes in him and desperately needed his support. Torag is the god of craftsmanship, so every follower, especially the clerics, must smith their own suit of armor. The day when this work is finished is like the second birthday for a dwarf. He's newly born in the eyes of Torag. Arim sighs heavily and falls silent for a time. My second birthday never came. I couldn't make armor, not even a sword, not even a simple nail. My hammer smashed my fingers and fell on my feet. Molten iron burned my hands. The clerics laughed as they healed me. They used to say that I was cursed by Torag. So finally I gave up any attempt to please the betrayer god. Even if Torag really has rejected you, is that enough reason to leave your homeland? You don't know much about dwarves. Harim lets out a sad sigh. How can a dwarf cursed by Torag go on living in a city where every single soul bows to Torag? I was alone, disgraced, humiliated, insulted. A lone tear glints in the light before sliding down Harim's cheek and hiding in his beard. I was trying to drown my sorrows in drinks, but even the owner of the cheapest pub on the road would laugh at me while he put those mugs in front of me. I couldn't take it any longer. I wanted everything to end. But there was one thing that kept me going and prevented me from ending my life. I could still hear that divine whisper behind my back. It was yet faint. It took a long time before I could hear it clearly, but having it heard it once, I could never forget it. It was clear that none of Laurel's deities favored me, so I left the Five Kings Mountain and went out searching. I didn't think dwarves even worship Grotus. How did you learn about him? Oh, but that blessed day became the beginning of a new life. Alone and abandoned by all, I spent many dull hours in a filthy tavern by the roadside. I don't recall the town nor even the country. I had no money. In fact, all I had was a hunk of stale bread. I was weary and almost fainting from hunger. And that was the moment when the whisper from my God became more clear. It was like he was calling me. Alas, my sufferings had come to an end. It was a miracle, Shino. I had paid full price for it with my torments. I couldn't control myself. I walked out of the tavern and straight into the nearest forest, and there I found the ruined temple of Arodin, the lost god. Arodin was the immortal Aslanti who raised the Starstone from the bottom of the inner sea in 1 AR, and in so doing founded the city of Absalom and ascending to godhood. Prophecy told of his return to Galarian and the beginning of a new age of glory. On the eve of his return, however, his clerics were cut off from his power and terrible storms racked the world. Now presumed dead, Arodin's demise ushered in the current age of Lost Omen. Okay. Several figures clad in robes were holding a silent service there, a service to a god I knew nothing of. None minded when I stood beside them. For the first time in my life, I felt myself at home. My new brothers told me that they were clerics of Grotus, the god of end times. They were traveling around Galarian, spreading the teaching of Grotus, despite all the persecution, contempt, and misjudgment they received from others. I gladly shared this burden with them, for now I knew whose voice had whispered to me through all those years. Wait, so you couldn't make even a simple nail and you blamed Torag? Are you suggesting that my problem was not a curse, just my own inability to work with metal? Or maybe you're saying that I was just too lazy. Arim looks at your eyes defiantly, his hands trembling with suppressed rage as he runs his fingers over his beard. You're a fool if you think so, an ignorant fool. Have you ever met a dwarf who can't handle a smith's hammer? Even our children craft knives. No. Torag is the cause of my sufferings. The betrayer god deliberately cursed me, just to make a laughing stock of me. Harim raises his hand and shakes his fist at someone above. But I won't let myself get angry at you, Shino. You're an ignorant and blind soul, and my aim is to guide you through this dying world that marches towards its end. I will open your eyes or die trying. Grotus will be pleased by either outcome. Sure, I'd like to talk more about dwarves. Most dwarves are self-satisfied, stubborn fools serving Torag. They don't deserve my good attitude. Arim winces, but you can ask what you want to know. I'll try to answer. Tell me about the Five Kings Mountain.